Okay, how to make Commencement Box Part 1. We're going to start with a flat cutout of the box. As you can see, there is a code. This is going to be the same number as the shipping label on UPS. Definitely make sure that you double check that this number matches the label. You also have the student's first name, as you can see there, so you can verify the first name as well as the number. If both match, you can assume that everything is matched, and I'd want to stress that because it is extremely important that we don't make a mistake with the shipping label and the box that's being sent out. If there is a mistake, we can quickly get more labels printed and shipped overnight. So I want to stress that these numbers match this name on the shipping label. Okay, so flat box, what I like to do is to fold every end that will need to be folded. So these tabs need to be folded, these tabs need to be folded, these tabs need to be folded, this gets folded in. I like to fold this pretty firmly in, as you'll see when we finish this box. This tab goes in, this tab goes in. Then start with one side of the box. We're going to pull this up, this tab comes in, this tab comes in. Right now I'm actually using my stomach to hold this flap down, but as long as you have your hand there and keep these two together, this flap comes over. It's got tabs right here that once you push in will lock in to the bottom of the box. One side done. It's a little bit easier now that we've got one side in, so I'm going to hold these flaps together, pull this over, push down, I'm in. Box is good. I like to push this in here to make sure it's tight. These tabs come in, this comes down, this folds in. Complete box. Now to the sleeve. We've got glue dots here. They'll come in a box, as you see here. I like to pull out a little bit of sleeve. It's 5 glue dots per sleeve, so you can actually take 5, rip it there. As you can see, there's 5 glue dots here. Now, when this sleeve is folded up, the big flap of these two will be on the outside. So you can technically take your glue dots and place them as close to the top as you can. All I'm doing is just pushing down firmly, taking it up, space them out as evenly as you can. Like I said, try to get as close as you can to the edge here without overlapping. So my piece here has already been folded. Your piece will not be, but it will have where these white lines are. It will be scored, so you'll know where to fold it. And with the same thing with the box, is let's just fold where it needs to be folded, so that when we put it on the box, they're already folded for us. Now you're going to see which side is the right side up. It's this side. You're going to wrap this over. I use my stomach again on this to pull it tight to me so that the sleeve is on there tight. And I'm pushing down and pulling up. So again, I get additional tightness on the sleeve. It's going to hold the box together. Push it shut. And then I take my finger and I'm just running across those glue dots a couple times to make sure it's nice and firm, and maybe even the friction from my fingers will add a little more adhesiveness to those glue dots a couple times. Now we have a completed box. Top side's done. We're going to flip it over. The wafer decals are on a roll, as you can see here. I'm going to take one wafer decal off. I'm going to push this down tight. And one thing I've noticed here is I want to keep this decal on the bottom of the box. I don't want it to wrap over the edge. So I'm going to put it on the bottom. Same thing, get some friction in there. Maybe that heat will make the glue stick a little bit better. Come back, grab another decal, make sure that it's centered in there. Same thing, get a little bit of friction here. This white spot here is for your label. Make sure you get it as centered as you can. This is actually a little bit smaller than the label, so you don't see the white underneath. So the label goes here, and completed box. Obviously there's going to be components inside of this, so once you get that box made, you know, add the additional components that you're putting in there, and then the final touch is that sleeve. But otherwise, there you go. That's your box, and let me know if you have any questions.